You have heard all evening long how great Chabad is, what they have done for the community, what they have done for families, for needy people, sick people. Well, I'm here to tell you it's all true and so much more. I've been with them from day one since they arrived in Los Angeles, and there are not enough words to tell you how much they have accomplished. We're proud to be part of them, and we look forward to share with them on many, many other occasions like this. The high holidays that's coming up, and we like to wish everyone a very happy and healthy New Year.
Oh man, that's wonderful. What's your name, darling? That's wonderful, Daphnis. You have for us a contribution. We thank you, and God bless you. Should be a lot of nachas to your parents. And now what we're going to do, we're going to go to a tote, but before we go, I want Almos, and I want Voigt, and I want Grossman, and I want to have, before we get to the tote, let me walk here. What a surprise. This is a night of surprises. You saw my wonderful family here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at them. Rabbits and Cunin. And some of the brood. Some of them here. Look at this here. Come on, guys. Chaya Rochi, our oldest granddaughter, is going to have the honor of passing her bubby the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, and I see our youngest granddaughter, Chaya Mushka Cunin, here with us tonight. Look at that. Here with us tonight. Mazel Tov, Chaya Mushka. Here. Chaya Rochi, our oldest technical, is going to pass it to the bubby. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Rebbitzin Miriam Cunin, the power of the family.
I want to thank all of you for coming and joining us with us this evening, and for joining with us all these years. And all of you who have not yet called in, please call in now and help us do the Rebbe's work. May God bless all of you with a happy and a healthy and a sweet New Year and the fulfillment of the Rebbe's promise, Mashiach now.
Amen. All right, guys, the guys will stay and dance, and the ladies, Mazel Tov, thank you. The little boys are going to stay here for the tote. The older boys can also come. Come on, why don't we have the rest? Where's Baruch Hecht? Where's Adam Begun? Where are the rest of the Cunins? And where is our brother Voigt? And where is Almos? Let's join the family here for the tote. And all of you, please, get out there. Call us, call us, call us. Oh, 2,000,009.
Be the first in your neighborhood to wear the official Telethon t-shirt for a donation of $100. This colorful Shabbat Queen poster will be sent to you for a donation of $180. Send Chabad $300 for the needy, and this Spark of Life plaque is yours. You'll be proud to hang this numbered and signed lithograph, and it can be yours for a $500 donation. For a contribution of $1,000, this unique Shabbat tray will be used for every religious and joyous occasion. And finally, yours for an $1,800 gift to those in need. This silver, limited, and signed Alakasis mezuzah.
We're moving it on five-ish.
Yes, sir.
We're moving it on you.
Thank you.
Five-ish, we're moving it on you because you guys got to call us, and they have to call. Tell them to call.
Please call. We're ready for your calls. No matter how big, no matter how small, everything will be appreciated.
And it's a call which rhymes as well, almost.
Please understand. I'm here answering the phones. John's here answering the phones. Please join us. Help. Anything. 5, 10, 15, 20, 100, 3,000, anything. Please help.
And then...
Oh, it's the most magnificent evening. As you can see, all this wonderful energy. There's nothing that can't be overcome. So many people out there are waiting for this energy to take place, to wrap their arms around them and save their lives. So you could be part of that energy. Much love to you. Reach into your pockets,
And
go that
call.
little extra
And
mile,
do it.
and
And
Do it.
call, and call,
And call.
call,
And call.
and call,
If you're
and
Scottish.
call.
You'll love them.
And they're certainly here, so once more, even they are really earning a mitzvah for being here. And the good deed is being had by the Scottish Wicked Tinkers. Here they are, the Wicked.
I'd like to say, where's Brother Voigt as well, and Brother Almos? I want to say the Lubavitcher Rebbe, our leader, has said and extolled, where is Almos? Has said and extolled that we're all brothers. We have the 7 Noahide commandments that we all keep. And this is what's so important. The Sheva Mitzvahs B'nai Noach, that brings Mashiach. The commandments of goodness and kindness, like all of us share here tonight. And that spirit and that energy you guys put out tonight, that's the spirit and energy of goodness and light in this world. That's what the Rebbe speaks about when the Rebbe says, we're all brothers and 7 Noahide commandments. That's what it takes. I'd like to hear a big round of applause for these wonderful people.
Hello. In another life, sort of another life, I was a rabbi. And I had to make it on my own when I first arrived in this country. But I ran into lots of trouble, and I would have perished if I didn't get a little help. My help came in the form of Harrison Ford. In real life, I have a nephew who needed a little help, and his help came in the form of Chabad House. I love Chabad House because they'll help you whatever color, creed, or religion you are. Congratulations to you, Chabad House. And God bless you for helping so many people.
Congratulations, Chabad. Keep up the good work.
I go to a Chabad camp and I have lots of fun.
I've been with Chabad since I was 5 years old, and it's very wonderful to me.
Mazel tov, Chabad!
Mazel tov, Chabad. Keep up the good work.
The Chabad rabbis really care about your spiritual life, and I want to thank them for what they've done for me. Mazel tov, Chabad. Keep up the good work.
Mazel tov, Chabad. Keep up the good work.
Chabad rules!
With gratulations, Chabad, you're making a very good job, and mazel tov for all what you've done.
Mazel tov, Chabad!
And now, my dear friends, there's probably no greater feeling than to have a certain person come on to Chabad and inject such liveliness and such energy and such talent. So let's bring him back here. A gentleman, a wonderful actor, and a great artist, Edward Olmos. Hey!
God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Well, let me just say this, okay? As much joy and as much understanding as we have, there's pain. There's a pain that we must understand and must learn by. That pain can either make us stronger or it can take us to a point where we find ourselves unable to cope. There's probably no greater feeling of hopelessness for a parent than to see one's own child choosing a life of destruction through drugs. To watch your child begin a life of crime in order to support one's habit, what do you think? Devastating. No matter how much love may be given from the family, if the child lacks in self-esteem, all the love in the world won't help. And this is where the Chabad House comes in and does it in a way that you've never experienced it before. Unless you go into the Chabad House, you don't understand what this is really all about. I invite you to come and see, because the Chabad House is like a warm blanket that embraces the entire family, because the whole family is affected by this dreadful disease. The love and caring shown by the client is extended to his parents and siblings through family meetings. It's shown to everybody. Next, you will see how a mother and son's love have been restored through the compassion given by Chabad House. Watch.
I just felt totally helpless to see my son just taken over by this drug and not being able to help.
I really went to a place I never thought I'd go.
He stole very precious things from me. He stole from his grandmother and other family members.
After I started doing things like that, it was limitless. I could do anything.
I wasn't sure if he was going to actually die from drugs or from getting shot from robbing someone's home.
My family's known I've had a drug problem for years, and they've still been there for me.
I nursed him through 3 detoxes on our own. He had nowhere to go.
They try to get me help, and they would at times. And I'd take it, and be all right for a couple weeks, and then just do right back in the same scenario.
We had nowhere to go. The doors were slammed in our faces. If you didn't have insurance or cash, forget it.
I really got to a point where the drugs didn't work anymore. That's when I just gave myself to God. I really had nothing else I could do. I was hopeless.
It's true that they say they have to be ready. You know, he had not hit bottom, as they say. And I think this past year he did.
I got so desperate, I looked for a means of escape, and I only saw some kind of power greater than me to get me out of that. And I reached for it, and I asked for help.
He did not have a place to stay. He did not have a job. He had no money. He hitchhiked to Los Angeles. I had told him about Chabad, but he all of a sudden just decided to come up with no warning.
When I first came here the first week, I was just happy to have food. I mean, of 3 meals a day. To be happy to live somewhere sober, a roof over my head.
The main thing about Chabad that I noticed was there's a strong spiritual component there that I never saw anywhere else. We could notice it from the beginning. They really cared, and the counselors really care.
I've wanted to quit drugs when I came here. I never really wanted to before. I wanted to know life is. I'm knowing it, beginning to know it now, and it's really amazing.
He's just on a voyage of self-discovery. That he says, I have never been sober in my life, and he's discovering what we all take for granted, enjoying a park or just what he calls a natural high. It's unbelievable.
The real feelings I'm feeling now, joy, happiness, even sadness. I'm okay with feeling sadness now. It's okay. It's just coming from my heart, and being here, I'm learning the tools to deal with such things.
I know he's in a safe place. I know he's making good progress, and the family groups really help.
My mom and my sister come here every week to see me in family group. Actually, a lot of clients here, their families come and see them, and my mom and my sister are right there every time.
I am so grateful for Chabad. I wish they had it. There's such a need. I wish they had it in every community. It's very special. It's different from other places.
What they're doing basically is saving lives. That's how I see it.
It's home for Gary right now, and it's our home too.
Okay. Gary was just one of the young men and women saved through the Chabad National Drug Rehabilitation Center. His prayers were answered. He thought he was in heaven, as he said, a roof over his head, 3 meals a day, and people who had no other agenda but to bring Gary to a state of sobriety. They gave him a second chance, and he took it, and he worked very, very hard, and his mom did too, and his family and his supporters. How many of us just hope and pray for just one more opportunity to make things right? He had the love of his sister and his mom, the desire to be free from the shackles of drug enslavement. With your help, Chabad was able to do the rest with faith in Gary and their dedication to life, l'chaim. And I ask you, the viewing audience, to dedicate yourselves to this noble cause of saving others who are desperate, and we'll soon be knocking on the door of Chabad's new drug rehabilitation campus, hoping that they will be accepted to the drug program and given a new lease on life. So go to your phones and call, please call, l'chaim to life. And now we have the extra added pleasure of having David and his lovely mom, Lauren, here with us. Gary and Lauren. Anyway, I'm so proud of you guys. Congratulations. And maybe you'll say a few words.
Good evening. Folks. Thank you, everybody. I was really at the gates of hell. I'm walking to the gates of heaven slowly but surely, one day at a time. I'm hearing the phones ring. Every phone call is saving my life, truly, and saving everybody in the house's life. I see miracles, big and small, every single day. It's just an amazing process. There's nothing but good things coming out of Chabad. Keep calling. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you so much.
I believe Chabad has saved my son's life, and that would not have been possible without your donations. Please give what you can, even if it's just a bit. This is not just a disease of addiction. It's not just a physical disease. It's a spiritual disease, an illness of the soul. and Chabad is making a difference. Thank you. We are so grateful.
Thank you both. And now I'd like to introduce to you a very, very special person who I've seen over the years, and she's been working as a person who has raised funds for this organization for over 21 years. She's an amazing person. Every time I see this beautiful smile on her face, this beautiful woman, it just makes me know that everything's going to be all right for lots and lots of people. Here's this wonderful, wonderful energy. Rita Gold to say a few words. Rita?
I want to thank Manny Rohatner of $1,800 for donation in memory of his beloved wife, Jerry. And to Mr. and Mrs. Chaim Reva in our Chai Circle for $3,600. Mr. and Mrs. Boris Adler from Sherman Oaks in honor of their nephew, Maurice Farshi, with wishes for a speedy recovery, a refuah shalema, $1,800. Mr. and Mrs. Joe Simon from Beverly Hills in memory of our dear mother, Lillian Krupp, $1,000. Mr. and Mrs. Robert Rosenthal from Studio City, $1,800. And Mr. and Mrs. Elias Benchetrit from Scottsdale, Arizona, $3,300. Mr. and Mrs. Haskell Robbins from Los Angeles, $1,800. Mr. and Mrs. Irving Rips, Beverly Hills, $2,000. Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Symbolis, Tarzana, $500. Mr. Gerald Breslow, Studio City, $1,000. Mr. and Mrs. Joe Cohen from Cohen Motor in Sylmar, $650. Mr. and Mrs. Eugene Zaratsky from Calabasas, $1,800. And Mr. and Mrs. Milton Weidelitz from Los Angeles, $1,800. And Mr. Jack Remote from Los Angeles, $3,000. And Mr. Louis Chiappi from San Jose, $600. Thank you, everybody, for helping. We appreciate your support. I want to wish you a happy and healthy new year. And keep the phones ringing, keep calling, and we appreciate all your help.
Thank you, Rita.
Rita, I'd like to hear all of you wonderful people out there in your living rooms that have spoken to wonderful Rita. Everybody and everybody in the audience, why don't you just clap your hands. Rita, God bless you. Long, healthy, and happy years. Only good news. God bless you, Rita. I would like to point out, John, that John Roush and his wonderful wife, Ruth, were here earlier this evening. They had to leave. John Roush and Ruth and all the wonderful children and grandchildren, we love you. We want to thank Paul Mandel and Mr. Nandamarkovic from International Silk and Wools for the annual contribution. And we would like to remember the kind lady, Mrs. Hendelis, who is no longer with us. And Fred, we ask you that God should give you strength to continue forward with all the wonderful work that you do. We want to remember Oscar and Alice Schoenfeld, our great friends that are here always for Chabad, whenever Chabad needs them. And we want to let you know how much we really, really appreciate what all of you are doing out there. But please, do me a favor. As before Rosh Hashanah, go over, please. Make your calls. Give your justice, your charity to us tonight. Please, make the phones ring off the hooks, which they're doing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask John Voight to come forward again. John, brother John. John.
Rabbi, he's asking me to read off the monitor. Let me see if I can do this.
Where's your glasses?
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is again, the very talented, and it is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you again the most talented Fred Trevelina.
Hey! Thank you, John. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you. Before I go on with my routine here for Chabad, I want the studio audience to tell everybody at home that we all think that Chabad is the greatest telethon in the world. Let me hear it. That's right. We're here to get you to make pledges to this fantastic organization. And I'd like to do some impressions of stars who were here, who would like to have been here, with a great song called The Way We Were. Memories light the corners of our minds, misty watercolored memories of the way they were. Chabad has been on for several years. A lot of different presidents have been president while Chabad was on. So I'm going to do 8 presidents of the United States, from John Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson, Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George Bush, and Bill Clinton in the special version of the inaugural address. 8 presidents right here on the Chabad.
I, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of the President of the States Knighted United States,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
so help us God. And some screen legends. Jack Lemmon.
Well, you know, because you see, there were scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind because of the smile. You know, the smiles we gave to, really, we gave the smiles to one another because of all the movies we made. And I just want you to pick up the phone, you know what I mean? Tony Curtis, tell him why.
Hi, this is Tony Curtis, and Jack and I worked on a movie called Some Like It Hot. And that's how we like the phones. We like them hot, hot, hot. So keep them ringing, and maybe we'll put a smile on the face of this grumpy old man, Mr. Walter Matthau.
I don't like this. I want the phones ringing. Maybe I can put a smile on my face. Help Chabad. It's a great organization. Johnny Mathis.
Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line?
And the late Anthony Newley.
And if we had a chance to do it all again, then would we?
And the Midnight Idol, Mr. Wayne Newton.
Well, let me tell you right now, memories may be beautiful, and yet watch out. What's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. But ladies and gentlemen, as an American Indian, I just want to say, who can ever forget Robert De Niro?
I'm talking to you. You understand what I said? I'm talking to you. You're talking to me. Now listen to me. Otherwise, it's the big casino. I want you to pick up those phones. I want you to make a pledge. Did you hear what I said?
Hey, Joe Pesci, tell him.
Hey, that's right. This is Joe Pesci for Chabad. What do I amuse you? I look funny, huh? I sound funny to you? I'll tell you what. I want a funny sound. All those phones ringing at once. Over there's your phones. Now make them ring.
Now, how could you have more fun and music and comedy and laughter than with celebrating Frank Sinatra's Rat Pack? Frank Sinatra.
Come fly with me. We'll fly away.
If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in Far Bombay. Right, Dean? Oh, that's right. There's a bar in Far Bombay, and I've been bombed at a lot of bays in my days. I've been bombed every place. But I want to tell you, as the band knows, their eyes have it, and that's all I got to say. So my little friend, Sammy Davis Jr., tell him what we want.
Thank you, Dean. You see, man, the whole thing, conch-a-conch, is that we want you to pick up that phone and make a pledge to Chabad. Can you dig it, man? So it's the laughter we will remember whenever we remember the way we
Thank you. Keep those up. Thank you, Will.
Hi, I'm Avery Schreiber. Thank you.
all of you. Dear Chabad Telethon viewers, and I do mean you, I have a request to ask of you. It's not a major request, it's a request. As you sit complacently at home with every modern technological convenience at your command, there are thousands of people in need right here in your areas. And don't tell me you can walk or ride a few miles in your neighborhood without seeing someone who's homeless or hungry or disoriented and in dire need of help. I'm not asking you to stop everything, although I'm sure you'd love to run over to as many people as possible and feed them and house them and rehabilitate them. For one person, that's an impossible task. But for an organization like Chabad, it's much easier. Chabad has rabbis all over the place, and each one is ready and willing to give food to a hungry person or guidance to a disoriented person. So if you haven't already used the technological convenience in your hand and changed the channel, I'm asking you in the nicest way possible, please pick up a phone and pledge whatever you can afford to help Chabad help those in need. It's as if you'll be doing all those good deeds yourself. Thank you. God bless you. Your friend Avery Schreiber, writer. P.S. Ashayna Tova. Have a happy and a healthy New Year.
Thank you, Avery. Thank you for your kindness of coming here. It was indeed a pleasure.
Mwah.
Ah, you see, we're not even gay and we kiss each other.
That's right, but we're engaged now.
Now we'll buy furniture in the morning. Will we? Avery, thanks a million for coming. Oh, those celebrities are all so marvelous. That's why they're going to have a good year, because of this mitzvah of coming here to the Chabad. I'd like to read a few pledges. Helen Mars, a family, $3,600 in memory of David Mars and Harry and Golden Chambers. Here we are. Ms. Roseanne Lindley, $250. Etta Benjamin, $200 in memory of Leroy Benjamin. The Lasky Kinderlach pledge, $180 for the speedy recovery of their Bubba Alta Elke Rado Ruth Bas Hena. I said it wrong, but I meant well. And also Mr. Barry Baum, $250. Sam Lima, $300. Faye Rose Gordon, $300 in memory of Sid Ida and Larry Pallets and Harold Gordon. Miriam and Leland Green, $180 in memory of Betty Myers. The Litmanovich family, $360 in memory of Urich Litmanovich. Mr. Gershon Herbst, $234. Miss Tina Pajek, $200. Dr. and Mrs. Ronald Nagel, $180 in memory of Betty Myers. Daniel Hoffman, $250. John Silverstein, $500. Roseanne Lindley, $250. Arnold Greenberg, $500. Adri Johnson, $300. Jacob and Rhodey Castro, $360. And it's a pleasure to announce these pledges, so please, it's never too late to call. Keep those calls in. We love every single one of them. And now we're going on.
1 second, now we're going to introduce Marshall Grossman.
Oh, that's right. Marshall Grossman in person.
Grossman
Here he is in person.
Marshall. We want to remind everybody out there, we have 100 branches of Chabad throughout Nevada, and I want to tell you that in Nevada, tomorrow is opening up a beautiful day school in Rabbi Harlick's, the Lubavitcher Rebbe's new housing in Las Vegas, a beautiful Chabad school, a preschool, and everything else. God bless the Jews of Las Vegas. They've been calling in so quickly here tonight. And we want to tell you, everybody has to listen to the sound of the shofar. Chabad has many, many places, 100 places you can come. You don't need to pay to pray. Come in and listen to the shofar wherever else it is. Keep those mitzvahs going. Marsh, I think we have to do some cards.
I think it also has to be said that 100 places for Chabad, and Rabbi Cunan's going to personally be at every one of them on Erev Rosh Hashanah.
I don't know.
Frank Scheftel of the Candy Factory in North Hollywood has been very helpful to Chabad. We thank him for everything. To my good friends at Arthur Anderson, Dick Palladian, all the partners of the firm, many thanks. $3,600 from Arthur Anderson.
And we want to tell you, remind to give your children a Jewish education. It's so important. We have the schools and you have the kids. And always remember, the Jewish women and girls should light the Shabbos candles like Marlene Grossman does. Light up the world with the light of Shabbos. Marshall.
Eddie and Jan Woods, wonderful people, Santa Monica, $1,000. Mark Seltzer and his bride, $2,000. Bless both of you. Mr. and Mrs. Max Candiotti, Max, thank you, $1,000.
Ms. Barbara Kreitzer, Dr. Alan Sanders, $5,000 for the High Circle. Mr. Isaac Van Gogh, $1,800. Mr. and Mrs. Moriangel, $1,800. Mr. and Mrs. Gary Finder, High Circle, $1,800.
And I saw my high school teacher, Maury Beagle, with a $100 gift earlier this evening. And Maury, thank you. What I got in school is at work tonight. Thank you for everything, Maury.
Beautiful. And Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd Leviton, Beverly Hills, $1,800.
David Langer, a contribution of a new Lexus.
Mr. Ron Levy, $1,800.
I would like to make an announcement before we go to the tote, which is included in the tote. And this is very special. The Weingart Foundation of Los Angeles has contributed $250,000 to the new Chabad drug facility. And we would like to particularly thank trustees of the foundation, Dennis Stanfill and Steve Broidy and Barbara Kays, for all of their help in making this gift happen. Thank you, and God bless all of you.
And Barbara, we want to hear good news from your mother with good health. We have Dr. and Mrs. Solomon Cohen Sage, $2,500. Mr. Maury Friedman, $1,800. Mr. and Mrs. Sam Sampson, thank you, $1,800. Mr. and Mrs. Jack Goldner, $1,800. Mr. Erwin Grossman, $1,800. Dr. and Mrs. Nathan and Tamar Ilanit, thank you, folks, $1,800. Dr. Leonard Goldstein, $1,836. Now, we are headed for the tote with the special rabbis. We're going to find the rabbis.
There you go.
$3,412,000.
Chabad Telethon is brought to you by AAA Flag and Bend, 99-cent only stores, LA Mover, Modern Video Film, the Lux Summit Hotel Bel Air.
Hey, 1 second. You know what these wonderful young people are doing here by the tote? We have Rabbi Rav Noy, head of Chabad's adult education on Pico Boulevard and all over Los Angeles. Rabbi Rav Noy, give a bow.
Thank you, Rabbi Kunin. The IJL is offering classes for all levels, for everybody. Everybody is welcome. Contact Chabad and ask for IJL, the Institute for Jewish Literacy.
That's wonderful. I see we have Rabbi Morozov here from Valencia.
Hi, I'd like to take this opportunity to say hi to all the wonderful people and friends, the entire Jewish community in the Santa Clarita Valley. A beautiful city, and more importantly, a beautiful congregation and community and people. We have wonderful, wonderful services at our new Chabad Center. Please, give us a call, 661-254-34.
And God bless you, all of the guys. Where are they? Where's Garari? Garari, this is Usimi.
Hi, make sure your seat is not empty at our new center, 2375 Sycamore Avenue.
Hey.
New Chabad Center, first-time high holiday services for Chabad in Simi Valley. Be there.
All right.
Temecula, Rabbi Horowitz in Temecula.
Hi, Rabbi Kunyan. I want you to know that you're doing a wonderful job.
Mazel tov, and come to Temecula. Mazel tov.
We're having services. Everybody call us at 909-693-5457 and join us for our services. My wife and children,
Mazel tov.
You'll get to see them there.
And Mazel tov.
And Mazel tov. And one more thing.
Now we are throwing it to Fiver Sprinkle.
Oh, it's a pleasure. We have here Jacqueline Ratner-Stauber from Sherman Oaks, in memory of my best friend and sister-in-law, Betty Myers, $1,800. That's high. And now we can never hear enough of him, and we want him back again. Once again, the outstanding Yehuda Glantz.
All right.
משיח now, אנחנו רוצים משיח עכשיו, משיח עכשיו, משיח עכשיו, משיח עכשיו. עם ישראל חי, עוד אבינו חי, עם ישראל חי, עוד אבינו
Thank you, thank you.
Hi, I'm Lois Nettleton. Thank you. Now, I want all of you to take your eyes off the TV set for just a second. Come on, just turn away from the set. Good. Now look around. What do you see? You see 4 walls, you see a roof over your head, some comfortable chairs maybe, a lamp or two, and maybe some of you are noshing on a leftover Sabbath potato kugel or having some dessert and a hot glass of tea. Now, turn back to me. What you've just experienced is a memory to thousands of homeless men, women, and children. I'll bet there are many people out there who once had the comfort of watching TV with their families in a comfortable apartment or house, very content with a steady job and money in the bank. And then one day, you're told of an efficiency move by your company, and you find yourself pounding the pavement and knocking on doors. And when everything comes up as empty as your wallet, you are now officially declared homeless. Just another statistic. Chabad reaches out to the homeless. They provide food and money and housing so that in this dark time of their lives, they'll see some light filter through and give hope where despair once prevailed. Please, go to your phones and give generously. Give as much as you can afford, $5, $10, $20, $50, whatever. Give so that the light will continue to shine. L'chaim to life, l'chaim to light.
Lois Nettleton, I can't tell you what a joy it is to see you here. Besides looking as beautiful as ever,
Thank you.
you added a lot of beauty to our telethon Chabad here.
It's as much a joy for me because I mean every word of it.
Oh, very good.
Take
Oh,
care.
thank you again, darling.
Lovely to see you.
And next year we want to see you again.
Next year.
We'll give you a contract to come back next year.
Okay.
In fact, I'll give you a 50-year contract. And then we'll ask for more. You know, they always do that. One of Chabad's favorite people who is always here when asked, the wonderful and talented Felton Perry. There he is, Felton Perry. Good. Good to see you, man. Good to be here. Go right ahead.
All right. Okay. You know, drug addiction does not only affect the person who is addicted, its effects are far-reaching. Mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters. Each and every member of the family can feel the pain and hurt of their loved one's disease. Next, you will see the story of a drug addict as told by a client of Chabad, Bruce, and his sister Katerina. Bruce tells us that there is no self-love when one resorts to using drugs. And no matter how much love one has for his family, it may not be enough to keep him from self-destruction.
Nobody's exempt from drug addiction. You can be from Yale or jail, it doesn't matter. Drug addiction afflicts everybody.
My parents are in their 70s, and it really affected their life together and how they feel about each other, how they felt about us, and about Bruce as a person, and how could this happen to their son?
I've hurt a lot of people But once we take the first one, it doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter how much people love us or care about us. We don't care enough about ourselves or our loved ones to do something about it.
Over and over again, you go through the sort of highs and lows, if you will, of all the promises that are made, and then you're on that hope, and you've got all the excitement and looking forward to a normal life, and then once again, you're let down.
I have a wonderful sister. If you could put the word love in a dictionary, her picture would be next to it. She has supported me and been there for me and with me through thick and thin. And that to me is love. I mean, and I've hurt her and continuously done wrong towards her, and she's never stopped being there for me.
How do you stand by and watch somebody that you love do this to themselves over and over again? The pain is excruciating.
This disease is a killer, you know, and if I didn't come here, I can't say that I wouldn't be dead right now. And that's the reality of this. You know, if you don't stop at some point, you're going to die.
It really can tear apart a family, but thank God with Chabad's help, we are remaining a very close unit, and they've really not only helped Bruce, they've also helped us to understand.
You don't have to be Jewish to come here, and that's the nice thing about it. We have people from all backgrounds and all religions here, and it's not about that. It's not about what religion or what background you are. It's about you being an addict and you needing help, and that's what they're doing here. They're saving lives.
I only want to say thank you with all my heart. I feel like we're one of the lucky families that had the opportunity for him to come here and to be helped by this program. So I want to say thank you with all my heart.
Bruce and Katerina have reaped the rewards of Chabad's National Drug Rehabilitation Center. When all hope was lost, Bruce turned to Chabad. And even though his family had been put through the misery and despair of his behavior for many years, they continued to support him through these dark times. One of the things that sets Chabad apart from all the other rehabilitation facilities is the fact that they treat the entire family, not just a drug addict. Every week, the entire family comes together for counseling, and this is so important because when the client leaves the drug center, it is his family who must be there for him. As bad as the experience has been, families actually become stronger through the process of sobriety. The spirituality, the compassion of the counselors, all working together and healing all wounds and strengthening the family bond. Please go to your phones and help Chabad enlighten those who want to help themselves. Let's help as many young people as possible as we enter the new millennium. Please go to your phones and call 1-800-807-8828. L'chaim to life, l'chaim to light. Now, I would like to introduce these two wonderful people from the film, Bruce and Katerina.
Good evening. My name is Bruce, and I'm very grateful to Chabad, and my family's very grateful. There's still a lot of work to be done, so, you know, give as much as you can. It's very important for the people that are addicts that need help, and Chabad does a wonderful job.
I just want to take a quick minute to say thank you so much to Rabbi Kunin and his staff and everyone involved. Thank you with all my heart for helping our family and helping everyone at Chabad. Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you. What we want to say is, look at how brave these people are. We have with us Dr. and Mrs. Wolin, and as they're coming up, I would like to speak to Mrs. Seamus in Northern California, who has made a beautiful gift in memory of her husband, Maris. God bless you, Mrs. Seamus. Dr. and Mrs. Wolin, who have been so helpful to the community, please join us. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Rabbi Kunin. Hi, my name's Dr. Ed Wolin. I'm a medical oncologist. I take care of people with cancer. When, God forbid, somebody has this dreadful illness strike, it's not only a medical crisis of the greatest proportion for the patient, but also an enormous spiritual and emotional crisis for patients, family, friends, and everybody associated. Chabad comes to the rescue, helps everybody find inner strength, spiritual strength, and emotional strength. And I just want to give Rabbi Kunin and Chabad the greatest thank you and note of appreciation. Everything you can do to support this wonderful organization is a blessing for humanity and for all of us. I'd also like to introduce my dear wife, Susan, who is in addition an expert in preventing cancer with good nutrition. And she wants to give her greeting to Chabad also.
All the best to Chabad during this coming new year. Blessings, hatzlacha, and everything good, and especially good work with your mitzvah campaign, and we're with you all the way.
Amen. Thank you. And I just got a call. All you folks were here. Dr. Kenneth Jacobs of Studio City, $5,000. So beautiful. We want to remember with warmth Mr. and Mrs. Louis Kemp. Lyle Weissman was here tonight with Mrs. Weissman and with Joel Aronson. The night has been moving so quickly. Thank you, both of you. You're wonderful people. Ken Eber from Westwood Digital, thank you so much. Thank the family of Stan Schneidgerman with $36,000 left in the will to Chabad. We want to remember Rabbi Yellen of blessed memory, and we want to just say a word in San Francisco and all the other places all over the place. Thank you. And now, Reb Fivish Finkel. Thank you, Reb Fivish.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Fivish, the people out there have to go to your phones and call. We're working so hard tonight. Please, go to your phones and call.
Every call is important. It's a
so
mitzvah.
Important, a mitzvah. Do it now. Go to the call so we can do whatever we have to do. All the good work. You're our partner, and God will bless you for it.
We're all one big happy family all over the world. One big happy family. And now, I could hardly wait. I heard this talent many, many times, and he always thrilled me with his performance. So we give you that comic singer and masterful talent. Let us welcome the incomparable and dynamic Johnny Yoon.
Thank you very much. First, I would like to say hello, and so great pleasure being here tonight. And just prior to going to Israel for a special program out of Jerusalem, produced by Phil Blazer. And I'm not an Israeli, as you can see, but tonight I would like to sing a song in Yiddish. Oh, I said in Yiddish because I'm Sephardic. And my Yiddish and Hebrew is not that good because I'm a yeshiva dropout. But I will do my best. And my good friends out there, if you see me, please make a big donations. And this is for a wonderful cause. And I'm even here. I'll sing a song my grandfather used to sing. It's called A Chazal Oif Shabbos. Is gekommen ze vor nach Chasen in a kleine Städtel. Tag und a Shabbos. Oi Tag und a Shabbos. Sein gekommen mehr in die drei schönste Ballebat in dem Städtel. Die drei schönste Ballebat in dem Städtel. Einer a Schneiderl, der zweite a Kowalczykel, in der dritte a Balagolczykel. Reb sich hoppe der Schneiderl, reb sich hoppe der Schneiderl, und der gedaven, also wie man geht, mit den Odulla Stoch und mit den Eisen Oja Press. Oh, hat der gedacht, woi, 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 hat der gedacht. It's called better a Kovalchikal. It's called better a Kovalchikal. Oh, der Gedaben, also wie man geht, mit den Leitjes a Quatsch und mit den Hammer Roy a Zest. Oh, der Gedaben, oh, und der Gedabe. It's Copedra Balagolchical. It's Copedra Balagolchical. Oh, der Gedabe. Also wie man geht, mit den Leitjes at sie und mit dem Weichheuer gewascht. Oh, und der Gedaben. Voi, 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 Thank you. Rabbi.
You take it down. Okay, we're going to the tote. We're going to the tote. We have here the young men, the heroes from Chabad's National Drug Rehab Center. Some of them, guys, you can't embarrass me. You gotta lift your feet and you gotta dance. Don't embarrass me. You're working too hard. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at this tote. The tote is what? Practically 4 million. Practically 4 million. Da, 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 da. Where's John Boyd?
Be the first in your neighborhood to wear the official Telethon t-shirt for a donation of $100. This colorful Shabbat Queen poster will be sent to you for a donation of $180. Send Chabad $300 for the needy, and this Spark of Life plaque is yours. You'll be proud to hang this numbered and signed lithograph, and it can be yours for a $500 donation. For a contribution of $1,000, this unique Shabbat tray will be used for every religious and joyous occasion. And finally, yours for an $1,800 gift to those in need. This silver, limited, and signed Abacasas mezuzah.
And now,
Five-ish. Where are the kids from the UCLA that were on the phones all night? Where are they here? The guys from UCLA. Thank you.
UCLA.
Where's Rabbi Mendel? Hey, let's follow over to them.
Oh, very
the guys
good, very
from UCLA. Rabbi Mendel, the rabbi of Chabad of UCLA, and it's actually the anniversary of him and Rivka Shendel this evening. Mazel tov. Remember, it's Chai Elo. Chai Elo. Ho, ho. Okay, guys. Vacate the stage. Five-ish.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, what excitement! What excitement!
It's wonderful.
All
Thank
these celebrities
you.
have
God
given
bless
me a
you.
great thrill, and I'm sure
God
that
bless
they've
you.
given the audiences all over the world a big thrill with their appearances. So, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to welcome a very fine actress and a mother to Steve Ireland's children, the wonderful and gracious and charming and beautiful Jane Meadows.
Nice to see you again.
My pleasure.
Thank
my pleasure.
You know, most of us take for granted that at a day's end we have a safe home to come to and a warm bed to climb into. And we also don't think twice even about having a warm meal waiting. But what if your safe home was a doorway between some buildings and the warm bed you climbed into consisted of nothing but a pile of newspapers? The homeless population in the United States continues to grow. Some estimates show that nearly 3 million people are living in the streets. And you know, that's the size of a major American city like Philadelphia. In Los Angeles, thousands of men, women, and children sleep in the streets each night because they have no one to take care of them. Well, Chabad is there, but they can't do it alone. That doesn't, of course, stop them from trying. Their homeless population has fed, clothed, and housed thousands of needy people. So please, please phone in your pledges right now. Call 1-800-807-8828. Thank you so much. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce my husband, Steve Allen.
Thank you, dear. It's fun for Jade and myself to be here every year. We always love to see the enthusiasm and the energy of Rabbi Kunin, who, as some of you may know, studied public speaking with Gypsy Boots, who was a very popular feature on my show several years ago, and it always makes me feel at home to be here with him. I'll play the piano for you now. Funny if I got up and tap danced. I have a new musical, a rather goyish musical now that I think of it, opening here in town soon, and this is one of the love songs from it, called The Time of My Life. With the rhythm section, some blues. And now back to the news. Hi, Irish.
Steve, I must say this. To see you at the piano was such a joy and such a comfort, because I know in your house,
That's
music
what happens.
makes everybody peaceful.
That's right.
And you arouse a lot to the audience out there. They love it.
Well,
and they love you.
Well, that's very nice to hear.
And they love your wife.
Good. Well,
I love your wife.
you're under arrest. No, thank you very much. I used your name in vain just the other day. I said I was meeting Fibish Winkle, and somebody said, about what time? I said, oh, Fibish. Something like that. Anyway.
That was very good. It's such a joy to have you here on this show.
It's a joy to be had, as I always
You and your wife added a lot of glamour and culture and talent and joy.
Thank you so much.
And thanks again to Steve Allen, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Thank
you are recognized, our next guest, as the sheriff of that long-running Murder, She Wrote. He's now preparing to star as Mark Twain in a film called Mark Twain's Great Adventures. Ladies and gentlemen, with pride and a lot of joy, Ron Masak. Let's hear an applause for Ron Masak.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is the 19th year of the Chabad Telethon. Now, that's 19 years of celebrities coming on the show and asking for pledges to feed the hungry and house the homeless, rehabilitate the addicted, and you have responded with compassion in your dollars. 19 years, hundreds of celebrities, and this is my first time on the telethon. Now, every year I would call my agents, have you heard from the Chabad people yet? They'd say no. Then another year would pass, I'd call my agent again, and he'd say no. For 18 years, I've been calling for 18 years, the same answer from my agents, no. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I wanted to be a part of this giving organization. I wanted to help the elderly and the young and the poor and the hungry. So I called the producer, Jeff Cutler herself. Jeff, it's me, Ron Masak. I can't take it anymore. I want to do that telethon. And she said, where have you been, Ron? For 18 years, I've been waiting for you to call. Now, isn't that something? Now, for 18 years, she was waiting for my call. Now, how many years have you been watching this telethon without calling? Go to your phones now, because Chabad is waiting for your call. There are even women and children in need, so don't just sit there. Call now and pledge 10, 15, 20, 100, as much as you can afford. Call 1-800-807-8828. Thank you. God bless you. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next year, because as soon as I get home, I'm going to call and ask if I can appear next year. Happy New Year, everyone. And by the way, I fired that agent. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Masak.
My
Or
pleasure.
may I call you Ron?
You may call me anything you want, because you're one of my heroes.
Thank you, Ron.
You
And
do
I must
wonderful
say
work.
this. You do great work.
Thank you.
I've always watched you on that show, Murder, She Wrote, and you added a lot of joy and a lot of talent to that show.
Thank you. I appreciate
You are
that
a
very much.
magnificent actor.
Thank you. God
Please
bless
be
you.
advised, I'm not looking for anything, because...
You don't need it. You won everything.
And you're next.
Thank you. Appreciate that very much.
You don't have to call. You're booked here for next year.
I'll be back.
That's all. Now I hear words.
Because all the time I thought Jeff was a man. See, now I found out Jeff was a woman.
That's right.
Therefore, I answered.
Okay.
Norm Crosby is here, and he's waiting in the wings.
Oh, that's all right. He's outstanding. Let him outstand there a little while. He'll get
I've
on
been watching
soon.
you all night. You're doing a
Thank
marvelous
you.
job.
Thank you very much, Ron.
You know you have more stars right here, right now, than there are in any movies in Hollywood.
Oh, yes, and we're really very thrilled with every one of them. Every single one of them.
Marvelous. I mean, I didn't even know John Voight could dance.
Oh, he does.
He does it marvelously.
And that Edward Olmos. I never knew he could dance and
Edward,
smile
I
at
knew
the
could
same
dance.
time.
I knew he could dance.
Yes.
But I asked one question backstage, and no one answered me. How come John gets to wear the white yarmulke? In my religion, that belongs to the Pope.
Well, we'll let him really wear it. Now, you're Ron Masak, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now we have another Ron here.
Thanking all of you. This man was in the papers this morning.
And I want to tell you, you know what we got to do, Shalom. You know what we got to do? We got to go to Ron Ellie Ron.
Ron
because
Ellie
that's
Ron.
the way the show works. And I want everybody out there to call us. Call. Ron Ellie Ron.
If this man only had energy.
I believe.
Ladies and gentlemen,
A song that I wrote myself. I sang it many Chabad telethons before, and it still comes from the heart. And it says what I think we're here for, what we believe in. I believe. I believe. Till the end of time, Lord of Abraham, I believe. I'm in your hand. I'm in your hand. Till the end of time, Lord of Abraham, I believe. You, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, since the world began, you made me understand, since the world began, you made me what I am. I exist, tell the world that I am when I believe, I will live to tell the tale. I exist, through the fire, through the hell. I believe, I'm the son of Israel. You, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you. I exist, tell the world and I am well. I believe, I will live to tell the tale. I exist, through the fire, through the hell. I believe, I'm the son of Israel. You, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you, Lord, and only you.
I am here tonight to thank Chabad for all of their good works and to encourage all of you to find it within your hearts to pick up the phone and make a pledge. Your funds will help Chabad continue spreading their message of high morals and ethics in an effort to make the world a better place in which to live. Chabad has done wonders with the homeless and hungry and the drug addicted, regardless of race, color, or creed. We need Chabad. Please send in whatever you can to help Chabad help others. I thank you, God bless you, and Happy New Year.
I just wanted to say thank you to the Chabad House. It's like a clearing in the forest. Every week they're here for you, if you're homeless and if you're in need.
Since my husband and I have found Chabad 5 years ago, our life has changed drastically. There is no one else who does more for the Jewish people out in the whole entire world than Chabad.
Chabad will be something for our children's children to live and enjoy and remember, because they have made a difference in so many people's lives.
Mazel tov, Chabad. Keep up the good work.
I'd like to thank Chabad for all the good deeds he's done and for helping the community, and Mazel tov, everybody.
Mazel tov, Chabad.
Mazel tov, Chabad!
Now we move to the tote. The tote is, we're working so hard tonight. 4,313,000. And you know what? Tigers, you know what? We have to see through the break. Go the boys.
Telethon is brought to you by AAA Flag and Bend, 99-cent only stores, LA Movers, Modern Video Film, the Lux Summit Hotel, Bel Air.
All right, let me just say like this. Those are the Cuban rabbis you saw. Please do me a favor. We're trying to break the barrier tonight. Please go to your phones. We're working so hard. There are those that haven't called us. Go call us now. I beg of you, call us. We're so close to a goal. We're here already. We hit 4,000,003. If there's some sort of a miracle that we could hit the 4.5 million, what a miracle. Make it happen. Some of you haven't called us. Call us now, please. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Norm Crosby.
Thank you, Rabbi. How about a big hand, everybody, for the dancers from Caesar's Palace? They were wonderful. I'm here tonight with all of the other volunteer celebrities to ask you to help Chabad continue their great work. With your help, Chabad is able to feed the hungry, provide shelter for the homeless, care for the elderly, and give a second chance to young people caught in the web of drug addiction. I wish we could say that we won't have to be here next year. Curing the ills of the world takes time. But Chabad is making a huge dent in these problems with the love and compassion that they give to each person, regardless of race, color, or religious preference. So, as you're sitting there being entertained in your comfortable chairs tonight, think about what I just said. Pick up your phone and bring comfort to the lives of others. Please call 1-800-807-8828. You'll feel better for making that call. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please, we have to go over the barriers tonight. It's Chai Elul, the day of the Alter Rebbe, the day of the Rebbe's Tal, the Heilige Baal Shem Tov. And now we are calling the illustrious Mordechai ben David. Yidden, call.
Millionen Schäfer schreien, mir wird nicht schmied. Sie ist jonte Winde, Gassen, alle fehl. Daher, Mashiach mit Schein in der Gassen von Jerusalem. Sie geht mit Liebschaft, mit Schule, mit Stämme, nicht ganz heim mit Gebrüder. Dann wird Freitag wieder. Hashem, Melekeni, Hashem, Echo. Freitag wieder. Hashem Elokeini, Hashem Echad. Jetzt bin ich wie Matten teure jeder aus der Hälfte da hoch. Alle veilig in Verenigkeit, alles gut. Das ganze Lied auf jeden, für jeden hier. Das sehen, das gut bei jedem. Wollen wir gehen? Dann kommt der Knopf noch ein neuer Rebell. Da hey, Mashiach mit Schreien, die Gassen in Jerusalem. Sie geht mit Liebschaft, mit Schule, mit Leben, nicht nach und heim mit dem Rieder. Elokeini Hashem Echad.
What happened, Mordechai? Rebbe's going to come. It's Chayil. Take us out of Golus now. Everybody in your living rooms, get up and scream, Ad Mosai. Ad Mosai, how long should we be in this exile? And today's beautiful Chayil day is going to take us out. And now, we are going to go to tape.
Hi, this is Gabe Kapler with the Detroit Tigers, and we just want everybody at Chabad to know what an outstanding job they're doing with the drug program and with the homeless. We think it's absolutely fabulous. Gabe Kapler, the Detroit Tigers, and Major League Baseball are all behind you 100%, and we love what you're doing.
Chabad, you're wonderful. Keep up the great work. Mazel tov, mazel tov.
All the best to Chabad for the beautiful work they're doing. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov to Chabad. I and the students at the UCLA School of Medicine want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for everything. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bill Goldberg. I've wrestled some very tough characters in my career, but none as tough as the rabbis from Chabad. Keep up the good work, and I'll give you the count of 3 to pick up the phone and make your pledge. Mazel tov, and Happy New Year.
Hi, I'm Stephen Mack. I'm pleased to be here on behalf of this wonderful organization. For 19 years now, Chabad has been asking and begging for contributions, not for themselves, but for thousands of men, women, and children who are homeless, hungry, disoriented, and drug addicted. This giving organization reaches out to those in need regardless of race, color, or religious affiliation. They need your help. So please, won't you go to your phones, call a pledge, whatever you can afford. Whoop. Thank you, God bless you, and have a Happy New Year.
From all of us here at Seventh Heaven, we congratulate the rabbis of Chabad for making a heaven here on earth for all people in need.
Mazel tov.
Chabad has brought much happiness and joy to this senior center.
Mazel tov, Chabad, for all that you do. Keep up the wonderful work. Way to go.
They gave hundreds of potato pancakes and hundreds of knishes.
Mazel tov, Chabad.
They came here. One rabbi had on a clown suit and music and handed out Hamantashen.
Mazel tov, Chabad.
Some of the members here sang Purim songs from their childhood in the shtetl, but it's the first time I ever heard any of them even open up their mouths.
My dear friends, we're headed for another tote. Where is Marshall Grossman? Where is Feidish Finkel? Let's all get out of here. I want you folks to go to make those calls. Look, we're trying to break through here. We're at 4,313,000. We've worked so hard tonight. Please, you've helped us. Give us a hand. Gary, I haven't heard from you yet tonight. Nathan, I haven't heard from you. Please go to your phones and call us. I beg of you, this is what we need. And let's see where this total is going to go. 4.5 million should be done. Let's hear it, guys. We're still short. please go and call us. Please go and call us. Please go and call us. Call us now, please. It's a mitzvah. It's before Rosh Hashanah. Call us now. We're working so hard for you. Please call us now. Now is the time to call. Call your friends to call us tonight. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to really move this last time, we got to beat the tote. Look at this, 4,493,000. I'd like to break over 4.5 million, maybe 4.6 million. We're working so hard tonight. Help us, please. I beg of you, go to make those phones ring off the hook. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the illustrious Mordechai Ben David.
זה מלך המשיח, דוי די נדבו, זה מלך המשיח, דוי די נדבו, זה מלך המשיח, דוי די נדבו, דוי די נדבו, זה מלך המשיח, דוי די נדבו, זה מלך המשיח, דוי די נדבו, זה מלך המשיח, דוי די נדבו, וכל נדוי נשמע וירצנו, וואו 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 koyde shemel khamashia wa 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 hey atoy nishma yatzeilu wa 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 hey ze koyde shemel khamashia koyde atoy nishma yatzeilu wa 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 hey ze koyde shemel khamashia wa 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 hey atoy nishma yatzeilu wa 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 hey ze koyde shemel khamashia דוי די נזבו זה מלך המשיח דוי די נזבו זה מלך המשיח דוי די נזבו זה מלך המשיח דוי די נזבו דוי די נזבו זה מלך המשיח דוי די נזבו מלך המשיח דוי די נזבו זה מלך המשיח דוי די נזבו וכל הדוי נשמע וירצנו koyde shemel khamashia wa 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 hey atoy nishma yatzeilu wa 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 hey koyde shemel khamashia koyde atoy nishma yatzeilu wa 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 hey koyde shemel khamashia wa 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 hey atoy nishma yatzeilu wa 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 hey koyde shemel khamashia Hinezebo, 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 Hinezebo. Oh 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 oh. Hinezebo, Hinezebo, Hinezebo. וכל התוי נשמע וירצנו וואה 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 וכל שמלך המשיח וואה 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 התוי נשמע וירצנו וואה 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 וכל שמלך המשיח וכל התוי נשמע וירצנו וואה 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 וכל שמלך המשיח וכל התוי נשמע וירצנו וכל שמלך המשיח דוי די נזבו זה מלך המשיח דוי די נזבו זה מלך המשיח דוי די נזבו זה מלך המשיח דוי די נזבו היי דוי די נזבו דוי די נזבו
Folks, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Please go to your phone.
Hi, my name is Wayne Newton. You know a song I get an awful lot of requests for is a song entitled, You're Nobody Till Somebody Loves You. Now, Chabad is aware of the impact of those words. People who have no love in their lives and in turn desperately need love. Thankfully, Chabad cares desperately for those lost souls who are hungry, homeless, and without love. Chabad cares for these unfortunate men and women and children, regardless of race, color, or creed, and they're supplied with food, shelter, and clothing. Please reach out and help, won't you? Thank you very much.
These wonderful people have helped me so many ways. They've helped me with clothing, food, and also sometimes they give me donations. And it's wonderful that they do this because if it wasn't for them at times, I wouldn't know what to do.
We love you, Chabad. Thank you so much for all the good work.
Mazel tov, Chabad!
You do a wonderful, wonderful thing for the people, for all people. Chabad, Mazel tov.
Congratulations, Chabad, for all the fine work that you do. And keep up the good work.
Congratulations, Chabad.
Mazel tov, Chabad!
My friends, we're now going to do a tote. Please be aware where we are. We're 4,493,000. Let's see the next tote. Sydney, let me hear the music. Let's hear the music. Oh, we broke the 5 million. Come on. Now that we broke this, we broke the 4,000,005. Now we broke that. I need 200,000 more to make it 4,000,007. That would be a dream. It would help us with the drug center that we're building. It would help us with the new. There's 100,000. Is this 100,000? $100 bill? Well, I'd like to see a few people come up with 100,000 each because the $100 bills we ain't never gonna make it. Go to your calls, make those calls, and Yehuda is here. And we are going to give you a Simchat Chayil, the day of happiness. Now we're going to do this. Yehuda, give us Simcha. 1, 2.
Yehuda, come on.
אזי מלך שמו נקרא, ואחרי ככלות הכל, לבדו נמלוך נורא, והוא היה והוא עובד, והוא יהיה בתפארה. ריקו סי סניור!
irá. Pero que tanachmi kumari vata, vea pequiatamach mi gogaluta. Pero que tanachmi kumari vata, vea pequiatamach mi gogaluta. Opa! Más que la historia y la ilusión, es que la música y que yo, Él es eterno y es mi Dios. Somos sus hijos y su plan, de Él son todos los que están, los que vinieron, los que van, los que muy pronto llegarán. Beyato Abdidruki, Betisham Beaira, Beibruki que vi a ti, Hashem li veloira, Hashem li veloira. Muchas gracias para toda la gente que habla en español, por favor, si pueden ayudar un poco. Muchas gracias, Shanato. Va.
God bless you, my friend. Yeah, that's one thing is for sure. We're now going to go to do a tote. And please remember, all of you at home, I beg of you, go and take the phones and call us. There's such a roaring stock market that we have out there. A roaring real estate market. Let's make a roaring mitzvah tonight. Let's make that an answer to whatever there is that we have to do. And it's bringing Moshiach now with goodness and kindness in this world. And remember, that's what it's all about now. Let's go for a big tote. Let's have Mordcha, let's have Ron, let's have a Kazatzia, a big tote. 4,000,006. 4,000,006. 4,000,006. 4,000,006. 4,000,006. Now we have the famous Ron Eliran, and we're all going to join. Let's go over to Sid. Sid, we want to have Sid. Where is Sid? Sid Engel has done such a wonderful job tonight. Let me have a round of applause. And we want to thank our producers and our writer, Jeff Cutler, has done such a fantastic job tonight. Let me hear a round of applause for her. And Jerry Cutler, who wrote the show, and all the Fivers Finkel and all the wonderful people, all the wonderful people that have made this happen. And now it's going to be Simcha, happiness with Ron Eliran, and we're all going to join in. Let's do it together. Microphone.
בארץ אשור וכל הנידחים בארץ מצרים ובאו העובדים בארץ אשור וכל הנידחים בארץ מצרים והשתחוו לשם בהר הקודש והשתחוו לשם בהר הקודש והשתחוו לשם בהר הקודש והשתחוו לשם בהר הקודש ירושלים 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 one more time ירושלים 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 אשור וכל הנידחים בארץ מצרים ובאו העובדים בארץ אשור הנידחים בארץ מצרים והשתחוו לשם בהר הקודש והשתחוו לשם בהר הקודש והשתחוו לשם בהר הקודש והשתחוו לשם בהר הקודש ירושלים ירושלים ירושלים, 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 ירושלים,
Everybody look at the totes. Vredige goed, je bent zo nou is het toot. 4,000,007. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Doing C indeed. Hup, 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 hup. אני מאמין, אני מאמין באמונה שלמה ובביאת המשיח אני מאמין משיח אוי 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 משיח אוי 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 משיח Mashiach, Mashiach, Mashiach. Ay, 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 ay. שיתממע עם קודח הקלו, הקלו בכל יום שיבוא. שיתממע עם קודח הקלו, הקלו בכל יום שיבוא. שיבוא. אני מאמין, אמונה שלמה. בביאת המשיח אני מאמין באמונה שלמה בביאת המשיח אני מאמין משיח אוי 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 משיח יתממע יקוז יחקלו יחקלו בכל שיבוא יתממע יקוז יחקלו יחקלו בכל שיבוא 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 שלמה בידי המשיח אני מאמין אמונה שלמה בידי המשיח אני מאמין משיח 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 אוי 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 Mashiach, Mashiach, Mashiach. Oy, 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 oy. Mashiach, Mashiach, Mashiach. Ay, 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 ay. Mashiach. Mashiach, Mashiach, Hakelo, Hakelo, bechol sheyavo. Mashiach. Mashiach, Hakelo, Hakelo, bechol sheyavo. Sheyavo, 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 sheyavo. Hey, sheyavo, 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 sheyavo. יתממע עם כל זה אחכה לו וכל יום שיבוא ואף על פי שיתממע עם כל זה אחכה לו וכל יום שיבוא 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 יתממע עם כל זה אחכה לו בכל יום שיבוא ואף על פי שיתממע עם כל זה אחכה לו בכל יום שיבוא 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 שיבוא